My 5 personal reasons to buy Fujifilm X100VI even if I have X Pro 3, X-T30 Mark II and even X-T5. Why I want X100VI? Let's talk about this now. Hi there and welcome to my channel. Tudor Matescu here. If you are in content like this, please subscribe now to my channel because I talk about Fujifilm cameras, Leica cameras, Micro Four Thirds cameras, Sony cameras and all kind of gear that I'm passionate about it, and also photography tips and tricks. So I've made several videos why I like Fujifilm X100VI, why I don't like it, what I found to be an improvement in the X100VI camera and what I found to be a downgrade or a problem. But now I just want to address my personal reasons why I want to buy X100VI. So first of all, let's be clear, I don't have X100V anymore. I've sold it to buy X100VI, but in the meantime I've bought a Leica. So if I would have X100V as a normal user without a YouTube channel, I don't find the upgrade very attractive. Because again, I've discussed about this in my other videos. I will link those videos at the end of my video. But in this video, I will address just my personal reasons as a YouTube creator, as a content creator, as a person who is using the X100 series for over 10 years when it was first launched. So my first reason is that I've used, how I've said, X100 series cameras over 10 years. So I've used those cameras for my family pictures and I'm very attached to this kind of taking family pictures. I feel that X100V, X100VI, X100 cameras are the best cameras to take family pictures. There is no other camera as great for family pictures. No other camera. The sweetest spot for family pictures, I feel it was X100 Fine Pics because it had those such nice JPEGs, filmish like you will not get on the latest cameras. Also X100F was a great camera because it was very compact. So my X100 Fine Pics and X100F were always on my couch, on my desk, always with me. When I bought X100V, I've also used the X100V for taking pictures of my family, but not so much like X100F and like X100 Fine Pics. Why? Because it was a bigger camera, it was very stylish, and I was taking care of the camera. I didn't use it like X100F and X100 that were easy on me, easy to take everywhere I go because they were smaller and little. When X100V came on the market, I didn't rush to buy it because I had X100F and X100 and I said I don't need the image quality. And yes, overall there is a big improvement in the lens, but on the long term for family picture, I don't know, that image quality is not such a big reason. So anyway, this is one of the main reasons. I can't live without an X100 for family pictures. When my kids were small, we always said a Fuji love moment, like a Kodak moment, and I didn't watch Fujifilm videos and YouTubes. It was just a natural Fuji love moment. So this is why the X100 camera has a very big impact in my life. It's reminding me of all these 10 years. And yes, I'm very attached emotionally about this series, about this camera, because yes, I feel that the camera didn't lose its soul from the X100 Fine Pics to the latest iteration. Of course, I don't like the increase in size because again, increase in size and price is making me more attentive with the camera. So this is a problem, but we will see. Next, this is one of the biggest advantage and unique selling points of X100 series and especially of X100V and X100 Mark VI. These are the only cameras that I feel are able to be suited for a specific street photography style. So Fujifilm, when launched the X100V camera, it featured a photographer named Tatsuo Suzuki. So that photographer was making pictures with the X100V very close to the subject, and also he used X100F for this. In my street photography adventures, I've discovered that yes, this is a very suited camera for this kind of candid portraits, close-up candid portraits with AF. So Close-up candid portraits with AF, very important. You can do this with a manual focusing lens like Voigtlander or other lens that you will set it on manual focus. But X100V, X106, X100F are better for this because you can shoot in low light at an f2 aperture. So I've tried to replicate this kind of shooting with other cameras like X-T30 Mark II, like X-T5 with 18mm f1.4, like X Pro C with 18mm f1.4, like Sony A7C with 24mm f1.8, with 35mm f1.8, and so on. No other camera, it is suited for this style of photography like Fujifilm X100V and Fujifilm X100VI. XF10 is not suited for this. Ricoh GR, it's not suited for this. Any camera that I was able to try and to mimic that style of shooting, it wasn't able to deliver as X100V. Also, GX9 with 70mm f1.8, you can do it in good light, but in low light, in darker situation, no other camera delivered images for this kind of style of shooting like X100V and X100VI. So no other camera, even a Fujifilm camera with other lens, it's not suited and it's not as great as X100V for this kind of shooting. Why? Because X100V, it is very small, it is very invisible in your hand. And if you buy a black one, it's a great combo. You have a very compact 35mm f2 lens, sharp lens with great AF. So I've tried in many ways to replace X100V, X100F with another camera for this kind of shooting. No other camera delivered like X100V and now X106 for this kind of shooting. I've tried with GX9, how I've said, with 70mm f1.8, with 20mm f1.4. Yes, they're okay, they are working, but with X100V you can get really close. You don't disturb nobody. It's so invisible. It's such an extension of your hand for this kind of shooting, and also for family photography, for family portraits, and so on. So it's an extension. It's not disturbing at all, and it has great IQ and great AF in a very small compact package. Now with IBIS, with the 40 megapixel sensor, and so on. So no other camera it's able to deliver in this field, in this situation of an extension of your hand with great AF, great lens, 35mm f2. So for me, it's really deserving, let's say, to sell my 18mm f1.4 and to use the X100V for this. Yes, I like a wider field of view, but the 35, it is sufficient for this kind of shooting, and this is it. Of course, I would have loved an X100 with a 28mm field of view f2. That would be a great combo. But again, even with the 80mm f2 and other lenses, I am not able to get what I'm getting with X100V, X106, because you have the leaf shutter that it's not disturbing at all. You have great AF, great image quality. So again, this is the right tool for this kind of job, the unique tool for this kind of job. It's small, it's compact, it's invisible, it's not disturbing the subject, so there is no other tool. And I've tried years and years to find a replacement. Yes, you can get it with other cameras, I do agree with this. But X100V and X106 are the best tools for this kind of photography, the best ones. The next reason is that the X106, it will be a compact camera that will help me have a more compact Fujifilm system. I like Fujifilm system and I'm liking the colors, but I'm not liking the direction that they are going with the new lenses. So this is why I do prefer a small Voigtlander manual focusing lens that has all the goodies in it for manual focusing easily on Fujifilm than a new lens like the 80mm f1.4 lens. So this is the 80mm f1.4 lens from Fujifilm. This is a great lens. The 33mm f1.4 lens, a great lens. All the new lenses are great. Yes, they are great, but they are big. They are big. They aren't suited for family photography. They aren't suited for street photography. Yes, of course, if you are passionate and if you have time and you have use, then it's an okay package. But for me, I'm not okay. I'm not liking these big packages. I want small, compact cameras. So a small compact camera for me, it's much easier to take. It's much fun to take. It's also not disturbing the subjects. When the subjects are looking at a small camera like this, they will not feel intimidated. But yes, if you want to use a bigger camera, that doesn't mean it's a disadvantage. Someone can think that you are a professional photographer and you will be welcomed. It really depends from subject to subject. But for everyday shooting, I really do prefer a small compact camera. And this is what I want from Fujifilm. This is Leica M240P with a Leica Summit f2.5 lens that it's rendering out of this world images. Out of this world. It's as heavy and as compact as an X-T5 with a bigger lens, and the images are full frame images. You have the Leica look, you have all that is good here. And in my camera bag, when I'm taking X-T5 with 80mm f1.4 and with a second lens, I have a heavier package than Leica M240 with this Summit f2.5 and the Color Scopar 35mm f2.5 and the Jupiter f1.5 50mm lens. So full frame APS-C. I want the small compact form. And this is where X100VI is shining, it's filling the gap. So I feel in the future it will be okay for me to sell my 18mm f1.4. I'm really loving the lens, but because of the size, I'm not using it how I would have wanted. So don't get me wrong, great lens, great image quality, great rendering, but because of the size, I'm not using it. I'm using more the 18mm f2 lens. So small and compact, it's important, and X100VI will fill the gap here. Even if the camera will be big, probably as my X Pro 3, with a chunkier body, with more weight to it, in the end it will be more compact than what I have here. And also it will have AF for moments when I want AF. So this is a added bonus, but also the design of the camera matters. Yes, this kind of design is helping me want to take the camera and use it more, even if it's a bigger camera, but still in the end it's compact. The next reason is that I have this YouTube channel. Having a YouTube channel and then X100VI, it will help me make more content and help me raise the channel. So this is a very important thing for me because I want to raise the channel. But again, if I would not have this channel and if I would have X100V, I would not buy X100VI. There is no need. In real world use, there is not an upgrade that it's motivating me to pick up X100VI. And the final reason that I feel it's the most important reason for everyone who is passionate about gear is that we are irrational. We want a camera that is looking great. We want a camera that it has a tag price. It's a hyped up camera. It's rendering nice color, and it's an irrational reason. I want that camera for that irrational reason. But again and again, even if I am an irrational buyer, I would not buy X100VI if I would have X100V. There is no need for this. More than that, X100V, it is made in Japan, the last camera made in Japan. And I'm feeling that the X100V prices, it will not drop in the future, probably, because it will be very rare. And if Fujifilm will be able to deliver all the X100VI on the market, the X100VI prices will drop, but not the X100V prices. It is possible this to happen, but for sure we must wait at least 1 year to see it. But if you are interested in specs, image quality, and all these kind of things that matters for the rational part of us, then again, there is no reason to upgrade. There is no reason to upgrade. But the irrational part, it is very convincing for me because we have a great looking camera with new film simulations, with an increased IQ, and a camera that will deliver on all these 4 points that I've covered in this video. So X100VI, it will be still the most excellent camera for close-up candid portraits. It will be still the most excellent camera for family photography, and also it will be a great camera for YouTubers, for TikTokers, and all kind of other content creators. And also it will fill the gap for that moment when you want a more compact camera. But if you want to see the other reasons why I'm not happy with X100VI, and I will be very happy as a normal user of X100 cameras with X100V or X100F, please check now my other videos about X100VI. They will appear here. Click those links, this will help me a lot. Also leave me a comment, share my video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.